Good morning. On day 9, I am in Silver City, and today is going to be a 0 day. For anyone who doesn't know what that means, just zero trail miles. I'm not hiking. Today I'm hanging out in town and hopefully giving my body, mostly my feet and ankles, a little bit of time to feel better. I did get some new shoes. I had them ordered here, so I'll show you those later. We'll talk about feet if you want. But I am on an important morning stroll. The mission is coffee. Silver City is really cute and really friendly. All right, let's briefly talk about shoes and feet. These are what I've been walking in. These are the Topo Athletic Ultra Ventures. And the pain that I've been experiencing, aside from just blisters, is basically pain throughout the inner arch of my foot and then kind of affecting this part of my ankle. And I've had that on both feet. I've had trouble pinpointing exactly what's going wrong. I do think these shoes are too small. I also think that something about just the way they fit my feet is just not working for my feet. So wanted to try something new. These are the Saucony Mad Rivers. These shoes have similar specs. They're both designed to say they have like a wide toe box. These are a 5mm drop. These are a 4mm drop. Both of them have been new to me, right? I was really just trying to find, I still haven't found like my perfect trail shoe. So these are brand new. The issue is I should have sized up. I can already tell these are going to be too small. So I now have, and I've already ordered a bigger pair of these to Doc Campbell's. But the issue is now I have to decide which of these is taking me to Doc Campbell's, because I'm not going to sit here and wait for a pair of shoes. I'm going to hike. So which of these is the lesser evil? At this point, I'm not sure. I already know what the suffering in these ones is like, so I'm pretty tempted to see how much suffering this will cause. So anyway, that's what's been going on. That's what I'm trying out. It's still a work in progress. So I'm hoping it can only get better. Good morning on day 10. I guess it's not really morning, but it's just afternoon. I would have made morning, except I had to have this sandwich before I left. So as soon as that is consumed, I will be ready to get back on trail. All right, so that sandwich delayed my departure a little bit. I thought I could eat it on the go, but then I saw what it was and I was like, nope. But clearly I wasn't overly concerned about getting an early start today, so no worries and totally worth it. But I am finally back on trail. This is a road walk out of town. 2 different routes I could have taken. I opted for the more direct one because it seemed like both of them were road walks. So it is about 45-ish miles to Doc Campbell's post, which will be my next resupply point. It's also where I will get another pair of new shoes. I've made some changes to my foot setup. I might show you that later. But yeah, 45 miles, 2 days-ish and some change. Not in a super hurry to get that done, but I expect I'll get there in about that time. So lots of decent amount of road walking here, and then eventually back on some real trail, I think. I hope. So I am officially on the Gila River alternate. The CDT, unlike the other 2 major big trails in the US, has a lot of alternate routes, which kind of makes it a bit more of a choose your own adventure, which is kind of fun. Most people do take this route. A few reasons for that, I guess. One of the exciting ones is water, because the route basically follows the Gila River. And
And it's also meant to be kind of one of the highlights of New Mexico. So I'm pretty excited to check out this section. To have like regular water, I think will be great. I'll probably be a little over it once my feet are wet all the time. But still, I'm excited to get into this kind of change in scenery and check out this section of trail. Dinner time for that little guy.
All right, let's talk about feet. These are the things that I've changed. This is a different pair of shoes that I basically made a bargain with my feet that if they would get me to Silver City, I would not make them walk any further in those Topo Athletics. So these are the Saucony Mad Rivers that I had shipped to Silver City. Upon putting them on, it was evident to me already that they are going to be too small, and that is definitely true. But they only have to carry me 45 miles until I can get a bigger pair at Doc Campbell's. So because I know they're too small, I did some creative lacing. I've never tried this before, but wanted to have my foot to have as much room as possible. So this is really just laced in a way to keep the heel from sliding around. It seems to have worked okay so far today. I also picked up, these are just I found these at Walmart. They're not like official sock liners, but they're very thin and soft. And so I'm using them as sock liners. And then also, this is similar to an ACE bandage. It's like a self-adhesive wrap sort of thing that I've put on to add support, hopefully, to my arch and ankle. So, jury's still out on this setup. Again, it only has to get me, the shoes anyway, only have to get me to Doc Campbell's. But all in all, I'm not any worse off than I was before. So, I feel okay about it. I just need to go by. Is that okay? No? Maybe not? Please? We're still at stalemate. Hoping I'll wander off. Decide I'm not worth it. Thankfully, he wandered off into that ditch down there somewhere and magically disappeared, which is an impressive feat for a sizable creature, like a, cow, bull. Yay! Isn't it beautiful? This is the first flowing water, or really any sort of natural water source we've had on trail thus far. Everything else has been troughs or caches or wells, so this is a very happy sight. Good morning on day 11. Good morning.
They kind of pays for my hike in the long run.
Yeah, so you're really on the job. You're not on vacation.
Yeah.
Down there to see
I will take a look at them. Larvae and snails. Today has been beautiful so far. That last little water source was actually from a spring, so that's cool. And should be hitting the Gila River in about 11 or 12 miles.
I've reached the registry. We've got mail.
Oh, it's even opened up through the right page. And
Bummer. Are these still edible? Absolutely. This is more or less the trail right here.
This is quite a climb. It's actually pretty toasty out here now, and I I don't think I'll get to that river until probably this evening, but if conditions are amenable, I would not be opposed to going for a swim. Looking a little volcanic through this section. So I've got 2 miles of downhill here where I'm dropping all the way into the bottom of this canyon, I believe, where I will finally meet up with the Gila River. Nice job. All right, finally made it down. This is a creek, not the Gila, but it's a creek that feeds right into the Gila. This is what I was dreaming about all the way down that hill. Went for a swim just behind me there. A little chilly, but totally worth it. Full moon tonight. Today was kind of hard walking. Lots of ups and downs and rocky stuff. But it's been a really beautiful day. Got to go for my first swim, which felt great. And I'm in this beautiful valley. There's water. The big old, well, I don't know how big it is. I'll find out in the morning, but there's a river just that way. And ultimately, really solid day. More time. All right, and here's where our little creek that we camped by last night joins the Gila River. Apparently some years this river is high enough that around this time of year it would be a concern to cross it. Everything I've heard so far is that it's pretty low this year. But according to a comment on the Guthook app earlier, we will cross this river approximately 57 times today before we reach Doc Campbell. So time to get wet. Also, good morning on day 12. How cold is it? Huh? Not too cold? I'm sure I'll change my mind. Okay. Well, looks like we're at crossing number 2. Man, this is pretty. Somewhere around here, there's been a very busy beaver. A hot spring pool. Camera is just gonna look like water, of course, but you can imagine that if you put your fingers in there, it feels like a bathtub. Aha. So I would normally rank wet feet in shoes as one of my least favorite feelings. But so far today, I really do not mind it because that cold water feels so good on my formerly hot and swollen feet. For whatever reason, some days it is particularly hard to get up and move again after lunch. Today seems to be such a day for me, but after a nice luxurious break, here we go. I don't know if you'll be able to see, and they're getting a little camera shy, but there's all these little swallows, what I think are swallows, flying around in this area. It's kind of cool. More natural hot springs. Well, I was too lazy to go for a proper soak because I want to hike a little bit more, but I did warm up my already wet feet in the hot springs. I thought pigs would eat like anything.
Well, made it to Doc Campbell's post, and you can see behind me here, there's a little hiker village set up behind the store. Unfortunately, I now know that the store closes at 4. We got here a little after 5. So, oh well, that's okay though. Have a nice kind of relaxing evening and morning and think about what I need to get ready for this next section. Yeah, probably take a shower tonight. That will be available to me. I'm excited about that. So, yeah, gonna rest up a little bit and at some point tomorrow, get back on trail.